Thanks very much down there. And big Justin Tuffer, UFC fighter. And he wasn't throwing any punches out there with the fist, but he was throwing them with the ball in hand. What a performance. Silky with the ball work. As we take a look into our next match, Indigenous Mana taking on Reborn in this one. Both teams without a win. We're into round 3 now as we move back into the Before You Speak pool. And they've been unlucky, both these two teams, both been very competitive. Their matches have been tight contests, but looks like it's just been the one that's gotten away from both of these two teams.
Yeah, Indigenous Mana, I did expect a little bit more out of them. They were very, very impressive in the qualifying matches. As we see some of these NFL-style jerseys out into the crowd, the ladies looking lovely in them. A few of the guys floating around, but there is probably, I've probably seen 10 to 20 of the female supporters around looking stunning in some pretty cool attire. There's plenty here up for grabs if you're in the area.
Runaway. Reborn taking possession from the kickoff. Aaron Gray, who's been awesome for them in their first 2 matches, come up with some pretty crucial tries. Former Shark, former Rabbitoh. He's been good. A number of the players from both teams. It was a bit of a heavy loss in their last game, though, from Indigenous Mana, taking on last year's runners-up. Salty Peaks, they went down by 33 in that one, and Reborn a little bit tied up. They went down to the defending champs and the Dogs, 19-12.
Yeah.
This one's for bragging rights here.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams will be disappointed with their campaign, but there'll be no shortage of action here in this game, that's for sure.
Tough pool to be in, though, as well. For both these 2 teams, it would have had to be an upset win over one of last year's 2 top teams to get themselves into the trophy series, but probably as expected. The Dogs and the Pigs, thereabouts, undefeated coming into the grand final rematch, which you'll see on your screens next. Top spot in the pool, which is important as well when you come into crossover quarterfinals. You want to be that top seed.
I was actually surprised our man Andrew Zaro left to get off the mic, because next match will be a ripper to call. As Indigenous Mana now take it down the right-hand side.
And a good tackle gets him over the sideline. A nice expensive play, though, from Indigenous Mana. Don't mind that. And one of the players picked up a little injury. It's a little bit groggy on the feet there, Will Quinn. We'll take a look at the replay. Just going over on that. He's grabbing the knee, the right knee. He's over on the sideline. They'll get medical attention over there to check out young Will Quinn. It's been a great effort for them. They haven't had any wins in their first 2 games, of course. Made their way through. Runner-up in the Brisbane qualifier. They'll be fighting tomorrow to stay in this top tier. You want to go back and have to re-qualify again. And it all starts again in the Shield quarterfinals tomorrow with spots on the line for this year's tournament.
As you brought up earlier with Zaro, there is a lot more to play for now. We've got obviously a lot of money up for grabs, with the big dogs taking home $35,000, with a fair bit of money even going to first, second, third and fourth teams. But the bottom 4 teams making their way to the back of the queue as they have to probably enter the qualifying rounds in both Brisbane and Sydney to try and get their way back into this competition. In only a short period of time, from 2023, this competition has expanded from, I believe, 12 to 14 teams to now something in the 40s, with teams chomping at the bit to come and play in this Elite Nines Premier League competition.
Now Indigenous Mana coming out of their end of the field. 35 out from their own line. Pulu, nice ball. Follows up, good offload as well. Gives the early release, speed burning. Gulau gets away from one, gets away from another. Now finds Pulu back in support.
Wow.
That is a quality try. One of the best that we've seen here on day one.
Fantastic stuff there, as you say. Gulai down the right-hand side, turning it back in to his teammate in Pulu. And Pulu nailed it earlier in an interview. Simply not experienced enough, this team. I really do feel like this side is going to be one of the greats in this competition. Just another year of experience under their belt. They'll be back.
Conversion unsuccessful. Indigenous Mana take the lead. 4 points to nil here over Reborn.
Indigenous Mana taking the lead 2 points to nil against Reborn.
And a nice kick to restart this one, skidding along the surface, going over the sideline. Indigenous Mana started this game great. Scored just a few moments ago. Get the football back here. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Looking to go back-to-back tries, extend that lead.
Elliot Speed's out there now, and he's pointing, directing. He's going to be one of the guys that are going to need to stand up to support this Indigenous Mana squad.
Strong carry here from half, still fighting. Eventually, they'll wrap him up. Casper Kabale will play it. They come down the left-hand side. A little show and go. Oh, what a tackle. He was going to score for all money then. And Johnson Murray. And a big tackle to bring him down to the ground.
He was all but there.
Oh. Big man too, just couldn't quite get there. They'll get there this time around on the last tackle of the set.
Yep, Indigenous Mana just showing why they're here, why they got into the qualifying round. Just too good here for Reborn.
Jasper Kabale on screen.
15 seconds.
He's pretty sharp out of half there too. Showed good speed. Too big, too powerful.
Jasper Kabale. Adding 4 points for Indigenous Mana. 8 over the Reborn. 2.
Take one more look at the replay here for Indigenous Mana. Nice try.
Yeah, just too wide outside Takarangi there, leaving him by himself to try and take care of that man. A short kick here from Reborn. Can they get some points on the board before the half?
Seppo Moirora carting it forward. Been doing big meters for Reborn throughout their first 2 matches. Now Williams sends it down the short side. Brown tackled around the legs.
Last one here for Reborn. They've got to get some points on the board. They shifted here.
Fare, Moiroa, they bring it out. Leilua, who's been dangerous for them, comes back to Dean Fare. Flick ball out the back. Indigenous Mana scramble to make the tackle.
Yeah, great scrambling defence there from Indigenous Mana. Reborn trying everything they can to get across the line, but unfortunately, the enthusiasm of the Indigenous Mana side, far too good with only a minute left really in this first half. If Indigenous Mana can put another one on in this last minute, it's going to make things very, very difficult for Reborn. At this stage, Reborn's still very much in the match.
Great pick up and go here from half, and there is absolutely nobody in front of Antavius Pio. He's going to get the cut loose contracting bonus point try as well. You called it. The try right before the break. He's going to make it pretty hard here for Reborn. What about the speed as shown from Vontavious? It's the high fives. It was game over from here. Vontavious Pio. scores right before the break here for Indigenous Mana. 20 seconds on the clock. Guangala will have a shot from in front and is successful. Reborn showing no intention to get the football back. Hooters sounds, Indigenous Mana, strong start here in this round 3 fixture. They're going to the break up by 15. Welcome back to the Yourhub's Nines Premier League Finals here, live from Runaway Bay on the Gold Coast. Been a great day of action here on day one. And just quickly before we get back underway, we've got so many sponsors and supporters that have contributed again to the Nines Premier League again this year. Our pool sponsors, before you speak, Talent Locker, these are the old ones, we'll get that corrected. Our broadcast sponsor, Kokoda, a journey like no other. Man of the match, thanks to 5/8 Clothing Co. Our bonus point try zone, thanks to Cut Loose Contracting. Our ball kids, and they've been supplied by Grip Star Socks. On-field trainers sponsors Alpha Sports, and our charity partner Livin for $5 from all Gold Coast adult tickets sold. This will be donated to Livin's mental health initiatives. And we've also got a charity raffle over the course of the 25 and 26 season. And there's raffle tickets still available. You'll see the QR codes coming up throughout the broadcast. All proceeds will be donated to Livin. And we've also got the Speak Up Cup, which will be taking place as well before the grand final tomorrow, which will feature celebrities and social media influencers. Look forward to seeing that as well.
Yeah, always a fun match, that one. It's a pretty impressive format of blend of OzTag and Rugby League and touch, with some massive supporter base. Pre-P tag. As Indigenous Mana now march their way up the field and going to pick themselves up some extra points thanks to Cut Loose Contracting.
Good start.
It continues to happen.
Yeah, great start to the second half. Like you said, they continued on where they've left off.
Topaz Mohi.
There's this lovely little late offload. Mohi gets the Cut Loose Contracting a bonus point try. But yeah, just quick shout out to our pool sponsors before you speak: Coolhead, Livin, and My Athlete.
22 points to nil.
Indigenous Mana really going on with it. Great way to start the second half.
Really starting to show why they were so successful in the Brisbane qualifier, Indigenous Mana. Reborn
There they are. Can afford a smile. Not the greatest kick restart here from Indigenous Mana though.
Yeah, much better effort here from Indigenous Mana. Reborn really look like they're completely lost. They just have no answers.
It's a good run though from New Brown, almost punching in behind. Vaha Pulu to make a desperate tackle. Reborn 40 out from the line. Desperate for points. Down by 22. It's going to take some big task. They need back-to-back tries, and they probably need to score them pretty quickly.
Big Brad Takarangi here wants his hand on the ball, but they go to the short side and they find success.
Here we go, Aaron Gray. We made mention of him in the first half. He's been a try-scoring machine for them. He gets another one here. Nice little short side play, Mitch Williams. Links back up with Gray, good finish here in the corner. Sharp footwork. Gray dots it down to give him a chance. Conversion unsuccessful. So 22 for 6 to go. We'll have to go short, you feel. Brown does exactly that. Curls it back towards Takarangi as well. And they will get the football back.
Rightio, look, well, there's almost 6 minutes left in this game. If they can get themselves a little bit of cut-loose action, they can claw their way back. There's no doubt about it. Some crazy stuff happens in this. They really just need their playmakers to stand up.
Roa with the offload. Brown cleans it up.
I'd be getting Joey Leilua back on the field immediately.
Yeah, he hasn't had too many opportunities. He's been dynamic for Reborn in the first couple of games. That Leilua famous flick has been out and about this morning. Brown and Takarangi show and go. Right foot, big man stretching towards the line. And he's just short. No, he's not. How can he be short?
Oh, he gets it.
Excuse
me,
he was too casual about it. Was expecting the big celebration to come up. That was a great try. Back-to-back tries here. Conversion, though, unsuccessful again. Here he is. Last effort to get it across the line. Sees Reborn come up with more points. 22-8 now as Gray contests the ball. Did he get hands on it? And referees will say yes. Gray, arms out, stretched.
Now, if the ball's in the air, at the very least, just compete. If the other players get their hands on it, there's a very good chance they're going to drop it just by your presence being there. Good stuff from Reborn. Is it too late? 4 minutes to go, and they're starting to show some real fight.
They're going to have to get the ball back pretty quickly. There's a little scrap on here in the middle. Mitch Williams trying to get the ball back for Reborn. Nice footwork. Braxton Clune. He gets wrapped up around the halfway line.
Yeah, a little bit of a rush there from Reborn, giving Indigenous Mana just a tiny bit of space. As we see the only high socks in this competition make their way onto the field.
Yeah, good.
Oh, the offload. Continues on. Indigenous Mana, as we said before, just showing why they were so good in the Brisbane qualifier. And I speak too soon as they spill their lollies.
Get the footy straight back here to Reborn. Tackled on their 20-metre line. Down 22-8. Third round. Final round game here in the Before You Speak pool. For these two teams, Salted Pigs and the Dogs coming up next. Grand final replay from last year's nice Premier League Grand Final. Reborn lose the footy as we see the Dogs warming up in the background. Big game when they saw when the pools come together. Those two grand finalists from last year drew the same pool. They would have had one circle on it. Right, when are we going to take them on? The Pigs looking for redemption, looking to try and get top spot in the pool as well.
Yeah, we saw a very interesting interview with Yasik from the Dogs with Anthony before the competition. He gave him a call. Yasik just doing the rounds. I think he's playing over at Burleigh now, so he might have been down at the beach. And he said, what? Who's running this organisation when the top two teams in the comp play themselves, they're in the same pool? And then he quickly followed up with, put whoever you want in front of us, we'll take them down. The sort of confidence that we love in this competition and the confidence we expect from a guy like Yasik McLaren. Oh, crunching shot.
Over the top there, Kai Beckett. Made that one known. Now off the boot. Here of Indigenous Mana. They look to chase the kick. It's a bit messy in there. Knock-ons.
So they're playing the first off Reborn, is that right?
Yep. Indigenous Mana will get the football back. 10 metres out from the line. Put a little bit of icing on the cake here. It's been a great performance from them. And this will give them some momentum going into the Shield quarterfinals tomorrow. Like we said, their spot here in the top tier is on the line. With the losing teams in the Shield quarterfinals tomorrow being relegated, they'll have to do it the hard way to get back here on the Gold Coast this time next year.
A lot of room there on the 8 defender for Reborn as Indigenous Mana go down the right-hand side. Quick little bit of hands, and that's all the space they need.
And Kawan Galite, who's been great for them. It's another try. Indigenous Mana, what a performance.
Just shifting it out the right-hand side, and it was far too easy for them.
Nice ball on the out.
Don't know.
And a good finish in the corner as well.
Yeah. 26-8. Indigenous Mana far too good for Reborn. Reborn really looked like they just took their foot off the accelerator. Almost looked like they had a couple of beers.
Wouldn't that be nice? Great performance.
Indigenous Mana, that meant a little bit more to them, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Reflected in the score, 26-8.
As we see one of the co-founders on there, Anthony Mitchell, going to find the 5/8 clothing man of the match. As it was just too easy for Indigenous Mana. As we said, Reborn found wanting.
This was some sort of try and get us underway.
There's the last try scorer in the second half.
And he set up the first. Pulu, and getting them on the board was just all Indigenous Mana really from here on in.
Yep. Not tight enough around the ruck. You see Indigenous Mana taking advantage of anything loose. A or B defender sitting a little bit wide of the ruck. Both times there, the last try. That breakaway there, they'll take advantage of it. They're too classy of an outfit. The hookers again taking advantage of a lazy, or not necessarily lazy, but a tired A or B defender with a nice little tip on and the cut loose. Bonus try zone getting an absolute working in day one. The Yourhub Nines Premier League Gold Coast Finals. Brad Takarangi, the big tall thing getting over the line.
And there's back-to-back tries. You thought, oh, is there an opportunity here for them? But it was snuffed out here. This late try.
To that man once again.
Who had a great performance, and he is our 5/8 player of the match. We'll head down on field with him now.
Yeah, thanks guys. So we're down here with 5/8 man of the match, Donny. Good to get a win up. Yeah, there's been a pretty good level of football out here. How you found it compared to the Brisbane qualifiers?
Well, it's a bit harder, you know, just with the Sydney teams coming in. Yeah, bigger boys. Not used to that, but yeah, getting used to it. First two games we didn't really show up, but the last game we kind of, you know, found ourselves. Good to know each other a bit more, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's a bit it.
Yeah, and look, tomorrow, looking forward to tomorrow. You still got plenty to play for. We've obviously bottom teams getting relegated. So, what's the sort of position with the team? They're confident they can go through?
Yeah, we're a bit confident. It's our first time playing, you know. Like, we don't really know each other. But yeah, we'll come out tomorrow, give it our best.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Congratulations. And good luck for tomorrow, mate. All right, boys. Thank you. Back to you.